What'd you guys go over yesterday?
Back control. So how to retain back control after they pass the leg.
Maintaining back control.
Yeah.
So when,
Or should I join this?
no, you're good. So when you go to the underhook side, so I'm trying to stay in my crossbody control, doing all the right things, but you're super duper good at jiu-jitsu. I'm off my elbow and you pop over. So what Tanner was saying was, instead of letting you drive forward, what I can do is I can drive you here. I tuck my knee in, and then that lets me come back. And so, and it's on the overhook side. When you come down on the overhook side, I'm gonna be high.
Your elbow.
If you lose your elbow,
What's that?
if you lose your elbow, then you can
And this is the one I don't remember.
grab his armpit.
Oh, that's right. I want to grab here.
That prevents me from
Right.
even if I'm holding this. I can't go this way, but I'm trying. I can't.
Yeah. I want to grab here.
Yeah. So a little more
And then we can just go back and forth.
So this is what Tanner's been talking about that I'm fumbling with. And luckily enough, I got it out of Scott last week a couple of times, but not where I was able to retain it. But the biggest thing I was thinking is either underhook or overhook side. I gotta drive that top shoulder towards the front of whatever the face is.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's not lessons that I've invented, it's just for Tanner
Pushing
to
a
teach
little
me
bit away.
how to adapt it for my 70% 60.
Sorry, I'm trying to be careful.
So I'm here, and like I've been failing getting this elbow because I'm trying to stay tucked. But he also says if I don't tuck the chin, it's okay for me. And I've been doing this because everybody's torso is a little longer for me. I'll go to this 2-on-1 or something, and I'm worried about the under because I know that's the only way that I'm going to prevent him from getting to his side. But I'm so dedicated to keeping this hook that sometimes I gotta just drive this forward. So now if he tries to escape, he's gonna try to get down. I'm gonna get my knee back up and I'm gonna get quiet. So it's similar to that where I'm keeping my chin tight, but I'm really thinking of driving the shoulder
Pin him.
forward, right? I'm not saying it's totally effective, but that's how I'm doing compensating with my shorter torso.
Well, and the other thing he was saying was when you've got this underhook that you can stay high here.
And I put my knee in the love handle, so if I start losing it, at least I'm hooking these little knees in there. So I'm hoping when he starts rolling, if he tries to escape to his right, my knee leads, right? I can still just go get it. If I'm just fighting for this, my knee's not connected. You know, you can start doing that.
So if you were doing that, eventually would you try to roll him up to slide that knee in?
So the bottom knee,
Yeah.
I can't sneak it through right now, but I've got it tucked.
Right. So that's what he was showing us
Well, yeah,
yesterday.
and he
how to
was
sneak
saying
that knee.
drive my right shoulder across.
So the way I have to do it, because if I stay hips to his lower back, to his tramp jacket, I'm driving forward. I'm getting up on that bottom knee, and if I can't reposition my hip, I'm driving my knee in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's what he was
about.
saying. And then you would, so what he was also saying was instead of coming here, take this knee, take your top knee, and you're gonna take it, so you're gonna hook,
Yeah.
not behind the knee, but
Oh, okay.
right under the glute. And the problem I was having is I was trying to lift at the foot and drive, and what he's saying is hook there, and now drive that knee across.
Actually, I like that too. Yeah, I like that better because I don't have to disengage and disconnect it.
Yeah, so you would stay there, and you hook there, so,
You see what I mean? Like I'm fumbling with that too, but I like that connection better.
but we take here,
So
he's right here. This is my back shoulder, so I'm just not.
I just want to make sure
We're coming here, what he's saying is hook here,
yeah.
and then, yeah, grab that grip, and when I drive, I'm driving this knee, so you come across that.
So you hop out. Yeah.
And so I'm keeping this connection, and I'm driving that knee to get my other knee back under,
Yeah.
so I can get armpit, and I can come back in, and I can re-guard.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's the problem I was having is I was trying to lift at the foot,
Yeah, it's driving the knee forward.
and it's driving the knee.
So let's try this. Let's just say you got this. You got everything. You're trying to drive up, right? As I start to move, and for some reason you can't get me to rotate this knee through, get up to this shoulder if you can, and bring this knee up towards my shoulder. I'm here. Now drive that knee up towards my shoulder blade. And that kind of gives you that weight position, and you're higher up. You go to that back arm triangle, arm bar.
Army bar.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like if you can't, for some reason, sneak that knee under me, then you're driving your knee up here.
Right to that.
But anyways, the other side, I find it almost easier to do if I do get on my elbow, cool. But if I don't get on my elbow, that's what I'm usually here to rush it. So then I'm kind of doubling down on this. Again, I start driving that shoulder, that top shoulder up. But that's me disengaging my hips, whereas I like how tight it is all the time.
Yeah, having that.
You wanna try to do this, Jason?
I'm gonna observe.
Gotcha.
So I haven't seen you since the seminar. My shoulder got sprained at the seminar.
Oh,
I got an AC separation.
Okay.
So I've been working on leg stuff a lot,
Working around it.
working around it. So
a lot of
I'm gonna
this.
put myself in this.
Yeah, I've also got the shoulder stuff.
It's
a lot of
mostly this that is like pressure right now.
Got it.
And pulling. So,
What we could do.
but I'll watch you guys. I'm learning.
Like driving you
And,
into the
I mean,
mat.
you're more than welcome to try it and
Yeah.
see. And if it push it, if it provides pressure, just stop and fuck it back off.
Yeah.
This could be just tie your elbow to your torso.
I know I should have brought my sleeve.
Yeah, you could use elbow, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I don't know if that's,
My dad could be conducive to backwards.
I don't think it's, I don't know if it would stop you from going forward back, and it might still cause issues. You're not laterally going up, but you might still back land that would.
Yeah, it's the weight on it.
Yeah, that's
Really,
what
where
it
it's
is.
like, yeah. Like right
I'm no medic, but I've been injured enough to know it's just supposed to shit.
Yeah.
So another thing you
So
can do
that's
is
getting the mix between the two we did yesterday.
controlling, so if you start rolling.
Because we did the overhead
Keep
side.
that chin here, and then as you roll to the
Yes.
side, trying to get control, but I'm saying I'm
Cool.
reading something.
Yeah.
Thinking of,
So my head is here and I'm sort of smacking you.
we always try to remember seatbelt,
Really?
but it's not necessarily just this chest and then my forearm, my hands through his chest.
So you're just screaming, yo, and get that knee and then
Controlling
roll back
his
over.
shoulder with my elbow.
Yeah.
I'm controlling this with his elbow, so I'm kind of pinning his back, so as he starts to move around, he starts
Right there, now you're
amplifying.
rolling you back on Jason.
I'm still got my elbows pinched, so I can essentially still steer him around
Yeah.
to an extent. While I'm kind of like keeping that pinch, and I'm tucked in here, trying to push the head forward, make position. And if I gotta compensate with a double underhook, this, keep trying to fight to get to that. That's a good little.
Yeah.
Where you're not pulling on that shoulder.
Yeah.
Which you are pulling.
Then coming up.
Chin position.
That was here, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Go
you
from
grab
here.
there.
Hey guys, something like this. I can't grab them like this. I just go up.
Yeah.
Okay. And that gives them my wrist. And I start fighting.
Let's do the leg until you
Yeah.
get the knee on there.
Cool. Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you wanna, you were on the receipt and here for a while.
Practice what you guys just went over.
Sure, you're all right with that?
Yeah. Okay, so overhook.
I think, honestly, if you're okay with it, if you can just roll back and forth so I can work on, because one of the things that I noticed I was watching tape last night, is when I went to the overhook side, I went right on my shoulder, and that's that one's supposed to be.
Supposed to be working here. Right. And so I can go to the other side. Get that crossbody look, and then go to the other side.
So Brian, if you go to that underhook side, keep your chin tucked, that's gonna help protect his shoulder, or it's gonna help you remember to keep your chin there.
Stay here over my shoulder.
Does that seem close?
Seems like
there's a lot of strength being used versus like just like lift, like relying on the leverage, you know?
I've been watching a lot of, just trying to get those mel reps in, so people get their back taken.
So, just being like this. Do the thing.
So the other thing, that Tanner was focusing on is when we go to the underhook side especially, we need to make sure that this elbow, as I come down, you have to work at keeping this elbow off the mat, because once this elbow hits the mat,
Okay.
then
Yeah. So what was he saying?
So he's saying
hand keeper.
grab the knee. Remember, we don't want to be on the elbow. If we're not grabbing grips on a key, obviously not right now.
Yeah.
You want to either have that,
All right.
or
With this foot, you're kind of pushing it down.
you
Yeah.
want to take that.
So it's like
Smashing
smashing
it.
in.
And
Holding.
And it's just keeping enough pressure. So, and on the top side, when you're on the underhook side, you want to be here,
Okay.
and you want that cross body hook. It'll be there, you want that cross body. So you've got the lock there, and that keeps you from escaping. Yep. Because I can't put this elbow down, you can keep that nice and tight. See how high you are, now you can start looking more.
I think you could
More
put your,
here, your.
keep going, just keep going, put your foot on my hip. Yeah.
Nice and tight. Now, how can I steer you?
Keep your weight on your foot, on your
Yeah.
hip. Yeah, like keep that weight in.
This
See how you stop me?
is where you come up to your elbow. Exhale, come up. And again, this. Nice little hand fight here. Keep.
So you take that last stance.
So just trying to get that up again.
So yeah, I want to hold on to this. I want to hold here so that I can keep my neck safe.
Yeah.
I want to come up, so you want to make sure you keep that hook kind of flare a little bit.
Okay.
That way. Yep. And you're keeping that cross body control. Keep your chin in tight.
So chin in tight here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then, now, I've got a whole lot less to move. So I think, let me go back to the other side. And that's where you
Oh yeah. Yeah.
get that knee. Keep that knee. Oh, there you go. The other side. Hook in. Comes in.
Okay.
This is
Back, elbows down, jab it in.
We just want to stay nice and tight there. Move around. So the other thing is that one of the things that I found is, so if I'm doing a good job hand fighting here, if I grab and I get there, so you've lost that hook, but I don't win until my hip gets over it.
Right.
So straighten that leg. Straight. So now I've got to go further and further and further to get out.
So you
And
gotta
ideally, I'm
go back
sticking
where you
with
were.
you.
And you're
And not
splitting this way
allowing
if
all
you
that to
can.
happen.
You gotta pin me, you gotta pin this
So if I
shoulder
get past that hook,
down to the mat.
if I get this flat,
Yeah.
I was gonna actually intervene where you were talking. If you do that over, like you are, go ahead and get where you're at. You're gonna lose this, and all you need to do is to bring this elbow in.
if you don't want
So if you start thinking, if you don't
you
have.
can
it
just
under
keep
the-
that leg straight.
Yeah.
Keep that.
So let's get a
I'm
shot
not
of
gonna
it.
hold my.
No, I keep this coming up. Or just stay right there. I'm gonna say something like that. What Scott's saying. Wherever you're at, and I want this to just, you know, and get a shallow underhook right there. Now, you were really focused on getting your hooks in, but what I want you to do is focus on keeping this knee connected here. And when you start driving forward with your head or your shoulder on his shoulder, I want you to drive his shoulder forward, bring this knee up towards his back. So you're gonna drive his shoulder forward, bring your right knee. Yes! now I want you to keep this knee right here, okay? And then I want you to use this hook to roll him over on his butt.
Not even like, yeah, you don't even need to be, it's just a leverage point.
So, here's what you're right. I'll show you the position where you're at. You have it here.
Okay.
And you didn't have an underhook, but you're trying to stay on his back. And he was letting you work. What I would suggest is you get one
Second one in.
up. Now, if you start trying to turn back in, I mean, you ain't trying to fly.
Just now. I have no idea.
I just felt it just now. So I don't have to necessarily get here, because I started losing my balance. Good transition here. I'm trying to roll you to the butt. Trying. So, good job.
Sweet.
Were we on the overhook side like this?
He had no hooks. He got he lost one.
We were on the underhook side, but I accidentally pulled it out.
Like this?
Shift over to that elbow.
Yeah, so even here.
Yeah.
He's driving my top
Put it
shoulder.
up a little bit more each time.
Because if I,
Alright. Rasher.
there's only two ways you can go, into me or away from me, right? This is stopping you from going into me, and now this is stopping you from going away from me, right? Because I've got this pin
My shoulder can't go back.
even here. So, but Tanner's thing was even here, right? So, so you're here, and he's starting to run away, or he had just run away, and I had lost my underhooks. So, and I can't get him because he's got great. If I just come into here, what's he gonna do? He's probably gonna grab it, right? Which then it's like, good, you just secured me on here.
It's just
You just helped me what I'm trying to do, even if I can't get the underhook. Because let's say I'm trying to do this and he's blocking, so I go here, right? Whatever it is, I can still use that. Just bring him back.
His left pec. Push my shoulder.
But when you pin him, he's like done. He can't go anywhere. Here. So now it's just time. Really, all I'm trying to do at this point is get my knee behind here, so that when I'm so it's a little fulcrum for him to roll on, so that.
So are you grabbing at the pec or chin strap? Or is
Dude,
it?
I'm not really.
Kind of overhooking.
I don't really care. I'm just sort of like being opportunistic. I just know that as long as he's done here and can't go anywhere, then I can kind of go here. I mean, I can grab here, I can grab here, I can grab, you know, I can, if I wanted to, I could get rid of this,
Yeah.
you know, drop him.
Okay.
But I just think principally, what stops him
Is your chest pressure?
is getting pinned to the mat.
Yeah, I got the
So-
the mat on my bottom
If you're
shoulder.
like, here, let's do it on me and all. So if I'm like thinking about it like in freeze frames, it's like, yeah, here I go, right? And I'm like, look at me, look at my, I'm doing this whole thing, right, to get out. And I'm going here, just hold that for me.
Yeah.
So I'm here, and as soon as he, see how I'm trying to flatten this way?
Yeah.
As soon as he takes this shoulder and pins it back to the mat, go ahead. Yeah. I just like, I'm done. I just finished trying to go this way. And he just smashed it. And I'm trying to go this way. And he just is pinning me. As soon as he pins me, I'm kind of done. I can't really go anywhere.
So that knee's high in the shoulder.
For me.
Should be.
Right.
His right
Well, no,
knee should
I'm
be.
honest, so that was one of the criticisms that Callie said, not criticism, whatever. You know what I mean? One of the adjustments, critiques, thank you. One of the adjustments that Callie told me to make was I had put, when I did my back take, is I had taken the knee and I had it right about kidney level. And Callie's like, nope, get that knee all the way up, all the way up, all the way
That's
up.
what we're always worried about from the back, and that's true, is we're worried about hooks. So like, so try to kick his back with no sleep out. We think this is it. So if he starts, let's say I don't have any hands. I don't need that hook, I need this knee connection. So if he tries to turn away to escape, he needs to bring this elbow to it. I'm trying to stay on his back. So I'm using my hands to base, but I'm not using my hands to hook. So now as he tries to roll it in any direction, I'm trying to keep my knees in his left hand. Drive that front shoulders forward.
So
But my knees are
I
kind of
think,
up here.
I think, you want to go on, practice. But I think the key really is, as the guy's running away, is to basically pin him so that he's stopping. Doesn't matter which way. As I'm running away,
Left shoulder
right?
forward.
All you're
Dante.
doing is pinning me.
Left shoulder forward, Dante. Left shoulder forward. Think that way.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, I'm
Right
done.
knee up,
I
right
stop.
knee up.
I can't go. I
Right
mean,
knee
even
up.
just like let me suffer here for a second and just feel like I can't go back. I can't run this way. Why? Because you're pinning this shoulder into that. So now I'm like I'm stuck. I can like do all this stuff, but as you are here, if you post on your head and then you bring your right knee like as deep towards my top of my head as possible, and if that's it, then great. You know, you could roll over me even more, pin me even more. Yeah, now bring your knee up even higher. Yeah. I mean that was here. I'm saying bring it up like bring it up over my
I always
bring
say
it up over
ear.
my shoulder blade here.
I think of the ear. That way I'll end up missing that target in the shoulder.
Right, we're here, and look at my knees all the way up here.
Yeah, but
You know.
yeah. So,
So that yeah, I'm here, so that when I bring you back. Versus, and I don't know if, here, do another one, let me just see. If it's lower, right, and we're here, and I bring you back, it's like,
It's like you're pulling up on.
I can't actually get him. So what do I have to do? I have to pin you, I have to bring my knee even higher, so that when I come back, it's like, I'm already here.
You're already there. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, it felt like with what Tanner showed us yesterday, like I was going for a technique, like something specific. But now with you guys are showing opens up to like just go on the concept. Like, and usually I can like use concept
Land that, good, good.
better than I can use a technique. Technique of like trying to thread a needle.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, trying to thread a needle. Look at that.
Now just rotate that.
Yeah, you stopped me.
Pull that adjustment.
Now it's critical that you put that knee in the right
Well, that
spot
was-
when you're gonna come back.
gotten in,
Mm-hmm.
And you
I
also,
drew it in, I
yeah,
tried,
go ahead.
it didn't come back, and so as you came back across, that was when I drove the rest of the way forward and got, again, knee elbow connection.
Nice. Keep going this way.
Knowing all this, that needs to be my
Isn't it same concept? Don't you see it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yep.
I got it. That's gotta be my first.
Can't go anywhere.
So same thing, I'll bring this one.
Yeah.
Real high.
Tanner actually
I'm trying to back off of that smash. I'm trying to use more
Technique, yeah.
And
let go of
unfortunately in
his
this
left
position,
hand,
it's
put it
you
on the
do
mat.
smash, yeah, to give yourself
Yeah.
that space.
And
Finding that medium.
use
yeah.
that
See
to
that little bit of
Just
space, and then go back to
move
something.
your left knee kind of where your left hand is. So you're almost like on all fours.
You can't body lock and rest.
And then he picked me up
That overhook, underhook.
like this.
Keep connected. You're not smashing.
And then move that knee under. But that knee was, that leg was actually like,
Let's just say you're really connecting.
And the other thing is,
So I'm here.
the other thing for me is that
right? And
there's
as
the
he
elbow connection.
pulled me
It's
up,
going back to
this
that
knee was like
elbow
almost
connection.
here.
As I bring
And your
it
head line was here.
Yeah.
And I try.
Right? I wasn't right up against it.
Right.
It was like here.
that's what
So I
you're
moved your body
On the underhook side.
as I moved my,
Cause I'm not.
my
gonna
leg
get
right
past
there.
that.
Yeah, that's what he was telling Daniel. Daniel
then
was
as I
having a
come
hard
back
time
down.
because he's doing that same thing. He's getting right up against it with no room.
Go ahead.
Here's another thing.
Start number 4, start come on.
Number 3.
Earned and lost.
I lost it after 2 years of not using it.
Overhook or under?
This position. That's what it is. If we start fighting at the corner and I just go for a hook, I'm gonna lose. I was so- And I'm not pulling you on me, I'm going to your right butt cheek. So if I this low, I can't go into your right butt cheek, the right butt cheek. I'm gonna pull you on me. That's when Got it. So, let me see if I can.
So go from, so I'm going,
Just
you're
think about
trying to
what's
drive,
hasn't been
drive
working
that
and
right
what could
shoulder
work,
in.
and try to go in there.
Onto that left clutch.
Yeah.
So,
Pulling across to that.
so when, yeah, when I'm doing the trim, I'm in side control command. Instead of worrying about any hooks, I'm worried about that chest to back. So as you try to squirm, the more I double down on this, it does nothing for me. I'm squeezing, but I'm not doing anything, so I need to really drive forward, knee up, and sit in on the butt. Right here I'm on my butt. I'm not pulling you back. I'm not dragging you. All I did really was roll from my shin and my knee, my right butt cheek, my knees in position. Boom, hook. Yeah. The wrong way to do it. I'm gonna hug. I'm gonna go for that hook. If I can't get it, I'm gonna pull it. I think that's what we're doing.
Got it.
I think that's what I'm doing too.
Good try.
Yeah.
You guys wanna get some reps in?
Well, I'll be starting within this afternoon. Or, about an hour.
It's so much easier.
Yep.
So what we were talking about was this, I was gonna help you, starting from this position and bringing that right knee up. Thinking of that sitting up. So all he's doing is going to his chin, his butt cheek, left butt cheek, now he's bringing that hook. As opposed to fighting for the hooks and losing all the connection. Instead of trying to pull me onto him, which is what I do.
Yeah. Rather than pulling on, just sitting up and letting him fall in the right spot.
I know all this theory, but I don't apply it when I'm going. Oh, I'm gonna get the hugs in a minute. You wanna try it? Or whoever wants to try it. You wanna try it?
Try it.
What I'm,
I'll see how it is.
yeah.
So you're already on your side?
Yeah, and, you can't pull on that side.
I might be able to, okay, because if I'm just using a little bit of leverage.
So what I want you to do is think of, this is just staying connected, you're not gonna be pulling.
Yeah,
want you-
mostly to get my
I
chest
want
up
you to drive your right pectoral into my shoulder blade.
and then get my left knee up behind your shoulder.
Your left knee is just gonna go up, and you're using that gentle bear hug with the elbows.
Yeah,
Elbow pinch, not squeezing it.
right.
Elbow pinch. I want you to roll from your shin, from here, butt cheek,
Okay.
hook. So you gotta see
Coming in, this is here, this is here.
So right here, I want you to think of those big ones.
Okay.
So you're gonna get this seatbelt. So you have the heart grab hand.
Okay,
Push
right.
your elbow just a little bit. You're not pulling as much as you're staying connected. Now you just get up on your knee. Get up on your knee. And then that momentum is gonna make you sit on your butt cheek. There we go. That's all it really is.
Yeah.
Okay? So I can hold on this and fight on that. I'm fighting that momentum from knee to butt cheek.
Being tall was the key. If I'm crunched in too much.
So
So come in, got
you're gonna
this.
drive your chest to the mat. Now I'm stuck. I don't like this. I don't like it.
That was too easy.
So now we're doing this. I don't know if it's gonna work. Just think that elbow pinch out.
Yeah.
Just try to, you underhook on this side?
But you see how I'm giving it up
Yeah.
right away? I'm not trying to maintain back.
Okay.
Once you're out,
Knees up.
I'm just
Trying
trying
to
to
feel your tummy on the spine.
pin you down.
Which is fine.
Well,
You can get that
noticed
high,
is
that's cool, but let's go back.
I had to fight the urge just to give you
He's
milk.
hitting left. Forward
Yeah.
on my shoulder blade.
I could
And I'm
have done
not
some
sure-
things that would have pretty much got me out
Okay,
of
because I gotta get that
fast.
first.
It felt
I
like
gotta get that block.
what you just said, right?
To mount.
No.
Yeah. Well, and
Cool.
So you never
I'm
go
like
your lower
Tanner.
back.
Yeah.
I don't love my mount game,
Staying nice and tall.
you know?
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
So
Cool.
I'd rather get better at my back game.
Yeah, and you
Get
get
better
better
at my mount
front
game?
back. Reminded me,
You know?
oh, I gotta stop that first.
So I don't want to go to
Sit
mount.
on your side.
Right.
I want to stay on your back.
For me personally, it's easier to get somebody out of.
So I'm trying to take you back.
Go ahead.
Roll your side control up, then you got to go forward.
Cause I can fight back
Just get
after
this
our-
elbow down to the mat.
Like, yeah, I guess like,
But I'm not
but it's
letting
here,
you-
so it's like, okay, I feel okay. I don't know which way I want to go. Just roll and he can step.
Well, you know where you
Or, but I can't. I'm
You know
not
what
gonna
saved
go
me?
out.
and that roll was this grip.
I'm trying not
Right.
to run him.
And that's where it would have done you good to stop everything else you're doing and try to, yeah.
It doesn't really matter how high I get, as long as I stay connected. So if I even don't have it somewhere. I'll do this a lot.
See, I'm already gonna lose it. So I gotta get out of here and try to get to, I gotta try to pin you. So here you go, you're leaving that for me. So I'm gonna take it and try to use it. I'm gonna give up. Just using my weight, right? Feel that.
If you drive back, that's fine.
Feel that.
So go, try to get me from that side control. Yeah.
Here.
You keep it connected to the other side. It's really that right.
Alright, let me get out.
You're driving this shoulder line and the back. Where you feel that?
So, see, I'm not blocking with this one. I'm kind of leaving mine down here. I'm trying to fight inside. So look, this hand, you're using this hand to block this one. I'm using the cross hand. That's one difference. Keep going. So you're boarding, yep. You're just focusing on, you're almost like perpendicular to me right now. Yeah. Yeah. And then you under.
I'm gonna drive into you.
And then, so this probably is enough grip to pull me back, but maybe not. You might want to try to establish.
So at some point I want to switch to this knee.
Well,
This one comes.
even.
Get that knee higher.
That's almost sitting down.
There you go.
My
Now try that.
Yeah. So
Now
you're
just
going
sit back.
shin. Driving from this.
Yeah. So this grip. There you go. Close enough. Good.
Okay. Once you sit, my backward driving pressure can allow you to shift to your right.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about stopping me by choking me. That's not how you're gonna stop me. You're gonna stop me by pinning me down. So you're aboard. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You're almost aborting, right? You're like aborting the back. Dude, this is such a good principle. You're, I don't know which one Apollo is, but it's that idea like, if you keep holding on to a position after you've lost it, you have to recognize when you've lost it and stop. And what you do by trying to maintain back
So you gotta go from that knee. Let's get that posture.
versus maintaining back the way you just tried to do it, which was like stronger neck control and whatnot. This isn't like a blanket principle, it doesn't apply, but in this situation it applies with these like directives. You have to recognize you've lost it, back off, and attempt to maintain or to maintain the position using like a new technique versus like holding on tighter. And so that would be, dude, when you came off and you pinned me and I could feel your weight, I could feel your weight moving this way because it just got heavier and heavier and heavier. Dude, I'm done. Now you can recover back. But like Tanner said, this like holding on to back this way, all charged here. You know, that guy doesn't know much, but what he does know is decent. You know, it's like, dude, that's a horrible way to maintain back. You know, so you aborted, you spun around, you pinned me. So you got to be able to recognize, dude, I don't have this position. And that's his experience.
What I'm coming to notice happened just the other day while I'm rolling is Tanner's like, Dante, you don't have anything. Like I went for a omoplata.
Yeah.
I just got loose. He's like, you don't have anything. But I actually knew I didn't have anything. But for some reason, like I just kept chasing nothing.
Yeah, just in case or something.
Yeah, like it's like it takes a while to register and like go, come back.
Yeah, so you got to realize the way to maintain back after you've lost the hook is, I mean, you can try to replace it and run through it. You know, he does that where you're like running through it. and then pulling him back.
Yeah.
But if you feel yourself have slidden off, you know, and I'm like, I'm here, and you're gone, you know, and I'm like trying to hold here, or I'm trying to like, you know, charge this and do that. It's like, dude, no, gotta have the bottom hook. And if you don't have the bottom hook, it's like from this point, you know, even side control, right?
That's
We're
why
in
we
here,
did it, yeah.
and you like let him run, right? To put him back into side control if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great way to go to the back. But yeah, realizing that, you know, your hooks are just like the placeholders that keep him like controlled, you know, but they're never like everything I got. And so when they go, it's almost like run out ahead of me. Run out ahead of me, change your weight, pin me down, and put it back. Before I keep running away and turn, because I'm trying to get my back flat to the mat and turn into you. And all you're trying to do when I get to right here is beat me to here. So how do you beat me to there? You push me over here.
That was actually something I didn't pick up yesterday. I watched tape last night, and where previously in back control I was trying to hook in here and use a lot of hamstring, from Tanner, you know, keep the knee pinched and let these be mobile. And so I was noticing as I was moving around that there was still a lot of movement here, but there wasn't a lot of movement in my opponent. And when I got that back control, and I can get that here, it didn't matter where he was moving around because I had mobility at my legs. So as he would come to the side, it wasn't an issue. I could just roll that knee. I wasn't trying to do this and exhaust
The
myself.
reason why this knee pinch works is he's got me here, but he can also pummel this out to the back of my knee pinch. He can start doing that, or he can use this one to hook my inside knee, and now I can't escape. So if I start fighting this one or this one, he's hooking, but his knees are pinched. But if his knees are pinched, then I'm gonna start moving the foot, now everything comes off. Let's show him what we were going on from side control, because it helped that top shoulder pressure. He's trying to keep his right pec on my shoulder blade, and he's trying to get that bottom knee up, and he's standing up into like almost a Captain Morgan on that knee. And he's gonna drop to his left butt cheek, right butt cheek. And now I'm gonna do it with some backward pressure. I'm gonna try to fight him. And all he's doing is driving his chest forward, and then he's emphasizing sitting on his butt cheek and not pulling me onto him. Whereas if he does it incorrectly, he keeps his knee low. I'm putting all my weight on him. It's almost affecting my escape. But if he keeps that knee high, it's kind of the similar thing. If I start losing the back, that's the drill that's I'm constantly thinking about. So I'm okay to disengage my hooks, as long as I keep my knees close.
Let me see that like side control Kimura. Do you guys ever get to this like north-south, right? And you're here, and we're trying to get this, and you're trying to, you know, the move is here, right? Pulling this behind his back
You
here.
can go to you can go and take it.
So we're here, and I'm trying to get a Kimura this way. You know, you do that one where you like drive your elbow into his ribs and just let him know that like you could be mean if you wanted to. But I mean, this is a great one. Whether you're north-south or whatever you are, I mean, this is a great one to come back and take back, right? Even if we just wanted to sit here and just wait, you know, because he can't turn that way because I've got him. So he's kind of got to turn this way, and then I have, you know, my hook in, and I'm into back. So I find myself there a lot for some reason, and I don't ever go to back from there, and I'm gonna start.
Well,
You know,
the next progression is someone who doesn't have a bad shoulder. I mean, I know everybody here's got something, but what I'm saying is just
not acute.
No, I get it. So if I get here and I'm losing this position, and let's just say he's being real effective, keeping his arms tight, I can't get an underhook, I'm just gonna drive, step over, so I can start doing that one. I think of that, but if not, then I'll go to Kimura. If I can't do the seatbelt, and I can't get my knee up high and sit him up because he's fighting me, whatever, then I'll just start switching to Kimura control. And I'm not probably gonna finish here, but I'm gonna get him to freak out or do something defensive. So this is a great control. like Scott's saying, so either one. But if you get to here, and you're stuck here like Scott was, I don't mind stepping over if I can, because now he's gonna fall into armbar, or I can go to a high back control, triangle, whatever. So his reaction is to turn his elbow into me, or to turtle down. If he turtles down, I'll take his back. So, I don't know, what would you instinctively do as I
I
step
feel
over?
like getting my shoulder to the mat.
So I'm immediately thinking armbar, I hope. But I gotta keep his shoulder to my crotch. You know, but let's just say he doesn't, he starts driving down again, driving back to the back. So that's a powerful step over, especially with your posture. Your base is just gonna be like, go ahead, I got ways to go. So,
And one other thing that I was just thinking about that I had noticed is Tanner's talked a lot of times about if you're on the back and you're here, so you're on the back here and he's just locking your hands down. He's doing all of this stuff and you're not able to move. I literally, in the tape, and I had to show my kids, I chucked my knee up and I started screwing with his ear. I was literally doing this with his ear. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that is the most fucked up. And he immediately let go with the other hand and started fighting that, allowing me to take that hand back. And then he had the other hand and I just start screwing with it. You know, oh yeah, I'm trying for this, and I'm messing with it. And he literally starts sweeping at it. And I'm like, yep. And that was how I got to it. I looked at the tape and I thought that's what I had done. But yeah, there's several spots where I'm laying on.
Yeah, I was talking about this to stop me, I think you were there too. It was like if you got this, and he's protecting his neck.
And that's literally the thing I was doing.
I did this to somebody on Saturday open mat. He's like,
and yeah, you immediately stop that.
Go in!
And that is exactly what it is. It feels like, quit, knock it off. What are you doing?
I'm not touching you.
But it was the dumbest shit. And I looked at it, I'm like, that fucking works so goddamn.
You gotta go to 8:30. You want to do some back control? You want to roll? Or what do you want to do?
No, whatever.
Okay. Since he's got to go, I'll roll him if somebody wants to roll him. Sure. And then if you guys want to do back control drills,
I want to keep doing back control. I can do it for 100 hours.
You're here for the next hour.
I've only done half an hour so far. I'm gonna add it to my list.
Do you want to do some back control drills, lightly
Yes.
controlled? Do you guys mind? He's got an injury.
No live rolling.
He's got
rolling.
sandwiches. The JJ.
I sprained my shoulder
Oh, shit.
at the seminar. So.
Pole dancer
Very
seminar.
much for 4 weeks now, so I'm on the mend end of it. But
Or do you want to go the other way?
It's this shoulder, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so,
So I want to take me through this.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So I had a feeling that, but I've been talking with at least it's just doing a little bit of this and then
yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, this
really if that's
hand fight and stuff was going all right, so that's
Effective? The only thing I've been playing with something like that is this grip, as opposed to this grip. I don't know what works for you, no, it's gonna be actually facing you. So you're thinking of this middle finger and your thumb is coming across that little wrist. So as I start to twist and pull and bring, you have a little more control, whereas if you do the rope grip, I don't, whatever works for you, you got good grip, so play with this one as well, because this one also sets up the arm. Right, so if you do the lasso, I don't know if you can do the lasso. Go ahead and overhook, and then you can out. So I feel like you have a little bit more connection on the hand there. Once it becomes muscle memory, you can even get a double grip on that one. Have both thumbs facing you. I call it burrito grip, but
yeah, I feel that, but also feels like
yeah. Yeah, I'll do that with the ankle too when I'm fishing for feet, as opposed to this. What Tanner shows, this overhook, and this is effective as fuck. But when I try to go for feet, I try to do this, as opposed to this. It doesn't mean it's, what I'm saying is just try it.
Yeah.
So let's do this.
Well, I didn't know if it was like, I've only seen videos in it where, so I kind of started hearing with Chris, and well, that's starting to. Like that, right?
Yeah.
So, because then I found with white belt studded blue belt system is a big advantage.
It definitely is, and what you can do is I drive in, you use the lead controls.
Yeah.
So, that's why I was worried about this. I was gonna address that as I started getting closer, because this connection is push-pull. You're pulling and you're pushing on my hip. I gotta get past this to get past this. So now that pull's not as effective, so I'm trying to get past this frame. I mean, I'm trying to walk up that ladder.
So here's what I'm.
Yeah. No, no,
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I didn't even like, I was like, oh, look at this little free basket.
It was like, oh shit, that's.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at it.
No, you're good.
So you feel the difference. This is where you're getting that. So that left hand, get on the inside of your thigh. Yeah, because that's connecting it bicep more. Yeah, there you go. Okay. If you go outside your thigh, you're kind of blocking yourself.
Yeah.
Cool, let's keep going.
Let me know if I pull too hard.
Kept pushing, but
All your weight on
that
this
was good.
foot. All your weight on that
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the,
Let's feel like you got a
that's
good
my,
base. Stand
that's
up.
what I'm gonna-
All your weight on this foot.
you know,
Disconnect my heel from your hip. And now smash. There you go. Don't let me elevate or get your primary foot. Like,
Watched tape last night, and you know the ear thing you were showing us? I absolutely fucking did that in my second match. I thought I had, and I did it 2 separate occasions. He was doing the Dolette, and I got my one hand off just enough so I could flick his ear a couple times. And yeah, it did exactly. He immediately reached across for it. And that was how I got there.
Well, as soon as
I thought I had done it, but I don't remember doing it the second time. Yeah, I sure as hell was just flicking his ear.
Like, oh, and then you got his.
Look, I'm doing this thing over here. Pay attention to this thing. Pay attention to this thing.
so just for whatever reason, when you were here, and I started going to this side,
Yeah.
and you brought your,
Well, that's what I
you moved your, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there. I did it again, you moved again, I'm gonna go there. Then we sat over here, and you moved this to the other side, and as soon as you did, I was like, oh, thanks. You like did it for me, you know? So now, if you have something here and you were gonna get me there, and if that was a setup, it was awesome.
I was just trying
But-
to drive this shoulder.
Honestly, I'm just trying to work the
Get that left knee up.
reverse key lock grip, and I need to be here
Yep.
to do it.
That's
I
exactly
think I
what
was just too deep.
I kind of had the knee half in.
But it was funny because you did,
Half out.
you're like, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do that, and then you're like, go that way.
It wasn't necessarily that I was like, no, you can't do that. It was more, it was instinctive. It was the right thing to do. It felt like I'm trying to focus on the thing that
Mike's
Tanner
waiting for
was teaching.
something.
When you go to the over.
So there's a path
Yeah,
you
no,
normally go
I'm saying
to.
that was great. Like, I was like, oh, because I was gonna grab it and pull and leave you there,
Yeah.
and you
I'm doing the
didn't.
same
But
thing.
then you moved it all the way over, and I was like,
And that's why I was trying to come here before I should have been here. And I came down.
It's almost like when you fit right over the plank.
Yeah. Yeah. I've learned a lot about
I may or may not see you guys tomorrow.
Whatever you can make. Yeah. Just like today, if I'm running late, I just let you know.
Professor, good morning.
that thing is like not going. Because once I get warmed up and the adrenaline's going a little bit, it's like, oh, I can do a little bit more. And then it's like, oh my god.
is that good?
You did? You did hurt? You
No, I'm good. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you not in much? Thanks.
did that
I
sink
don't
up to the knee?
know, kinda like my,
I tried it once.
It did work. You got me over to the other side.
Yeah.
If you, once you learned the switch, you would have finished me.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Remember, we started control. I don't care about you submitting it.
Yeah.
I want you to finish, but
Yeah.
He had good control. He got me over at will.
these past 2 years, I've been just trying to stay on the fast.
Yeah.
And I feel like I
Keep
suck
the pressure.
suck even more this year.
It's annoying when a person
2 steps forward.
doesn't
1
submit
step
you, but they
back.
stay on you.
Well, I used to do
Right?
overtime, it was overtime days and Fridays. That's not
That should
Not
work.
effective.
And I actually pointed it out to the guys, I was like, notice how I can't move my hands, I can't move my hands, and they're like, and it's hard for them, because
These guys are like,
the video isn't great, and there's 4 hands in there, like, which one's that, which
when
one's
he's
that?
control as opposed to the
And I said, but watch his
Right.
hand. And I hit his ear a few times, and they're like, oh, he let go and just immediately
That's
started
what I
moving.
love about
That
movie.
works.
Is
That's
like
the
my
thing that
hands and my
works.
forearms aren't
That
after
wasn't,
class.
obviously it wasn't
Like, I
set
gotta
up,
do
there's
cardio
nothing like
workout.
that, but it absolutely works. Right.
I got some mistakes. If you want it together, you know. let me
Let's do
know.
Thursday.
Yeah, I looked at the property the other night, and I was thinking we'll talk about that. I was up there, I crashed out and just drove around and walked around. and-
Good.
Like I said, it's a bit maybe, but
Yeah.
it's,
Let me know. I'm still waiting to hear back from the 2 owners. But he's trying to decide if he wants to sell 40 or 50. What do you want?
I don't know.
Selling 40, so I was just like, whatever. Like, we don't need 40. So whatever we want.
it doesn't go to the water. It's just.
Yeah.
Stay like
It was something that I
Well, it's not private property, it's natural property. And then the other side is actually like for item occasionally. So you can get the water on either side legally.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
you
it's
just
nice.
disabled.
I couldn't tell because it says.
So this is all
on the
charged.
southern side, it said private
Yeah.
property.
So,
And then that goes south and then south.
Exactly, northwest, there's a little tiny bit of southern.
I was driving around at midnight, so I didn't wanna get too far in.
You just disabled it. I'm here. Oh my god.
Come on.
Let it run.
Move this foot away. Yeah, you just took that one off, now you step back with that foot.
I just tried to do that underhook.
You step back at the left. Yeah, and the right one's dead.
I've been trying to get the beat on the but if not, I'm just reach up to the ear to get to the back.
It's not about placement. It's about pressure.
Forehead and my chin, which makes me stay elevated, and then it's gonna force me to back away, which will then allow you to go.
Pressure.
Okay.
Release pressure and add-
Just everybody's
Yeah.
real hyped tonight.
One thing I really wish to get the unhook is
Yeah, chest. Crush.
Okay.
because you just go for the close side, or the underhook is really difficult, so it says
Good. Really good. Yeah, that time you moved one pressure, then you added more.
Yeah.
You didn't just move away.
Back in.
Yeah, you didn't just move away. You like kept me pinned.
wait,
Clicking.
then it's too late. So it's just,
Are you going with these guys?
I like that because I had it here. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I end up waiting too much. I don't get it.
Windshield wiper. This right one.
It's that stagnation.
Yeah.
I like that.
A lot of the little things where you work is.
Did you do that drill? The windshield wiper drill?
It works so much.
We did last week a little bit.
Enrique shows that along with all the
Pressuring.
other stuff is that
Yep.
hip hop man, you know, it's just like,
Yeah.
that makes a huge difference where if I'm in here,
Some shin strengthener.
it's too stagnant.
I was gonna ask that. I was like, yeah, just that depth grip right here. I was
A
like,
lot of times when you do that,
I already knew, I was like, oh, it sucked.
you're even lower. And you're, what's your
Problem solving, eh?
Yes, sir.